I'm Steve Owens, and come check out what's trending.
Yo, that was 6 months ago, and I'm still high, okay? I was so high, I thought I was Maya Angelou.
I worked at the Wendy Williams show. I interned when I was in college. And I got in really good with the producers over there, and a random lady who I didn't know at the time was looking for an assistant, and one of the producers hit me up at midnight and was like, yo, send me your resume tonight. I'm gonna send it in for you tomorrow. Sent in the resume, got hired as this woman's assistant, and traveled with her and learned about the business, and then came to LA for a week for an actor's workshop and made the decision that I needed to go and pursue this dream of mine for myself. Family's interesting. You know, family interesting because you know your family one way when you're a kid, but when you grow up and you become an adult, you start seeing your family a little bit differently. Like that whole concept of the bougie auntie, and everybody in their family got the bougie auntie. Now I recognize and I realize the bougie auntie or uncle, because I'm the bougie uncle in this case, that bougie auntie ain't really bougie, she just sick of the family shit. That's just really what it is. So I don't think anybody in my childhood ever paid me much attention. I think that for the most part I was just there. My mother, I don't think she had or has the capacity to nurture a growing spirit, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just who I've learned she is. My dad, same deal. He never had parents love him, so how could they ever know how to give that to somebody? And so I was left to my own devices most of the time. And what I chose to do, because it is a choice, I chose to be creative. I wrote, I made up characters, I made up skits, and I would play every character in the skit. I watched TV, Cosby Show, Seinfeld, Golden Girls, Fresh Prince, learned about acting, learned about comedic timing, about rhythm, studied the art, studied the craft, and I learned how to write a script. I learned how to perform on a stage in front of people. I started doing theater when I was 10 because it was an escape for me, because I wasn't getting paid attention at home, but to do theater, it was different, because there's an audience that stands up and applauds you. The audience would stand up and applaud me. So what better way to get attention than to go perform so people can clap for you? So that's what I did, and it brought me to this place. It brought me to LA as a stand-up comic, which I didn't even see coming.
I was so high, I thought I was Maya Angelou. When someone shows you who they really are, believe them the first time. Okay, guys, I'm Steve Owens. That was my time. Thank you.
Come from Midwest. To get them to understand what I'm talking about when I say I want my own TV show on a network where I'm getting paid as an actor, as a writer, as a creative, as the executive producer, that may as well be Swahili to them. They almost don't even know what that means. If I said something like, oh, I'm gonna go be the supervisor at UPS, they'd be like, oh, congratulations, that's great. You see what I'm saying? So I've lost people around me, sure, because I don't know that I've changed or that I'm any different. I think that I've just grown up and I've matured and I realize what I want and what I don't want. And when you start saying no, or you start turning down certain things that you would normally be game for, people don't know how to deal with that. People don't know how to take that when they're used to you being a certain way. So I used to have the disease to please, where I would do things simply because I didn't want somebody to be upset with me, I didn't want anybody to be mad at me, and I would just do things because I wanted people to just be okay. So as long as you do that, everyone will love you. Everybody loves you as long as you do that. The day I decided I don't want to do this anymore and started saying no to people, no, I'm not gonna do that, no, I'm not available for this, not answering the phone, people start feeling like, oh, you got Hollywood now. You moved to LA, you don't know nobody, or you moved to New York, you don't know nobody, and that's not the case. I still know you. That's why I'm saying no to you.